Mental health is a complicated topic, but it doesn't mean that we should ignore it. In fact, when we take charge of our mental health, we can feel more in charge and control of how we think, feel, and act. And simple exercises like a work-life balance and a realistic to-do list can do a 180 for our mental state overall. So this morning, Marla Rodriguez from 9Health and Dr. Mark Glados, medical executive at Cigna Mountain States, joins us today to give us tips about keeping our mental health and our state healthy and happy overall. So this is such an important topic, sometimes tough to talk about, but today we're going to dive into some options that 9Health offers, a really easy online way that folks can just kind of start the process around understanding their own mental health. So Marla, why don't you talk about the online tool that 9Health offers?
That's right. I'm so glad we're talking about it because mental health is so important and it affects your physical health and everything that you do all day long.
Right.
And so we've been noticing that for quite some time. And if you think about 9Health and that's the place you go for biometric screenings, that's true. But we're also expanding and now able to help people with their mental health all year long. So we have a anonymous, free tool that you can go online, 9healthfair.org, and see if you are suffering from really depression or anxiety. And then there's resources for you so that you can move on to get that treatment if you need it.
I'm so happy to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, I've been with 9 News and the company for about, almost 12 years now.
That's right.
And we've seen such a change for 9Health through the years. And in 2020, making mental health something that's not as much of a stigma to talk about is so important. So let's talk about the partnership that you've got with Cigna and how they're helping you and 9Health really take charge and giving people like myself access to these tools online.
That's right. Everyone's going to have access now, whether you're in rural Colorado or wherever you are in the state, because of partners like Cigna. So they're really helping us with the funding to be able to expand this. And our hope is that we're able to bring it to everybody. So right now we're partnering with Spark the Change, and you can get free mental health counseling in person in certain areas. So Pueblo, Denver, and in Fort Collins. But we hope with this support to be able to expand that, so and even use therapy, teletherapy, so you don't even have to be in person.
A big boundary of making an appointment and physically going to a space really holds a lot of people back, and the anonymity.
It's one of the barriers. Yeah,
it is one of the barriers. So Dr. Glados, let's talk about Cigna specifically and the partnership with 9Health and how you're really demonstrating the real focus on that mind-body connection when it comes to mental health.
Yeah, that connection is a very important one. Think of it this way, you can have good control of your blood pressure, you can have a great cholesterol, you can have good blood sugar, but if you're anxious, if you're depressed, you're not going to think of yourself as being healthy. The whole person concept takes all of these into consideration. Make sure that we're paying attention to the mind and the body at the same time. That's one reason why Cigna thinks it's so important for everybody to see their primary care provider for their annual checkup. See your doctor, see your nurse practitioner, and make sure that you share with them all the things that are concerning you, not just your physical health, but your mental health. It's very important. Now, you just mentioned that there are a number of barriers out there. There is cost, there is stigma, there's the shame of going. And rest assured that your provider wants to hear about this. They want to hear what's going on with you. But in addition, we are thrilled to have the opportunity to work with 9Health because, as you just said, it's anonymous, it is free, it is online. Just go, and you don't have any of those barriers in the way. 9Health has done an excellent job in this state of supporting access to health, and we're so thrilled to be able to add to that with this partnership.
Absolutely. And you know what I love about it is when you go online to the 9Health site and you're taking a look at these quizzes, what I notice about the questions right away is, oh my gosh, I felt that way, which means that I'm not the only one. I'm definitely not the first person to have any of these thoughts that are going through my head about my mental health. So this time of year, folks are also really thinking about New Year's resolutions and making improvements. So let's kind of transition and start talking about how mental health and sticking to our resolutions is so important to think about this time of year especially. Yeah,
with the resolution time of year coming up. First of all, decide what's really important to you. Is it weight loss? Is it exercise? Is it changing your diet? Figure out what your priority is and emphasize that. Second, set realistic goals for yourself. Make sure that what you're doing is something that you can continue to do. Don't try to be a world-class athlete. If you're not exercising, take a walk around the block. Spend 15 minutes doing it 3 times a week. And you know what? After you've done that for a few times, you're going to want to do it more. You will make it part of your routine. You'll miss it when you don't do it.
Yeah.
Next thing is tell a buddy that you're doing this.
Right.
Make yourself accountable so that when life gets in the way and you miss a few days, your buddy can say, how are you doing on that program? They can restart you.
Absolutely.
And finally, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Don't get down on yourself when you miss a couple of sessions. Just pick it back up again.
Yep, it's just like anything else in life. You got to create those healthy habits. So, Marla, as we wrap up here, let's talk about the employee assistance programs that you have for folks who are maybe looking into this and they're thinking, oh, it's got to be expensive, but I know we've got some good options.
You know, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You know, in addition to the free tools we have online at 9healthfair.org, many people who are working for other, companies like myself,
Right.
maybe you have an employee assistance program, and if you have health insurance through your company, maybe through Cigna, maybe through other people, you might have that employee assistance program that you can access for free sometimes. So explore that, find out about it. You can call your HR office and find out if that's the case for you.
Yep, and it is that simple. I mean, even myself, I just found out that we get 5 sessions here with our company to go and check in with a therapist, and I'm going to be using it. So
that's right.
Thank you both so much for coming in. Good info.
Thank
I know
you.
we're going to get a lot of folks checking out that quiz as well. It's time that we start prioritizing our mental health like we do our physical health. Get more tips and support at Cigna.com. Check your mental health with 100% anonymous anxiety and depression screenings at 9healthfair.org. To get more good stuff from 9Health, watch Health Happens. It runs live on Facebook every Tuesday at 11 a.m.